Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Sorry. Position the camera on. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Mrcrazygamer13's video. And hey, welcome back to my video game collection. This time we're on the 5th and final episode, which is PlayStation 3. Now, I have 45 disc-based PlayStation 3 games. I have others on, PlayStation Network, but I'm not going to show you those because, well, most of them I don't actually have on my hard drive. I just have them there for download, but I've already played them because it saves storage on my 80GB PS3. So yeah, I have a 80GB fat PS3. So yeah, I've got a, and also to add to that, I don't think anyone cares about the downloadable games really. So first game, not a pretty disappointing game to start out with. The Adventures of Tintin: The Secret of the Unicorn. Now, the reason why I say that this is a disappointing game is because I saw the movie, The Adventures of Tintin: The Secret of the Unicorn, or just The Adventures of Tintin for you Americans, and I really, really liked it. I really enjoyed it, and I thought this could be great. This actually has a potential to be like a great game if they just base it off the movie, but they changed things with the story, like Daniel Craig wasn't the main villain, it was this other guy called Alan. I don't know. It wasn't the same villain as it was in the film. And I don't know, and also like the final action scene, like the final fight in the film, you didn't get to do that in the game. You just basically fought your way to get the treasure, and it's a very disappointing game if you're a fan of the movie. But overall, it's not bad. It has a lot of stuff to do in it. There's Tintin mode, which is just the adventure of the film. Tintin and Haddock mode, which is co-op compatible, which basically just takes place after the film. And yeah, it takes place after the film. It's basically when Haddock gets messed up in the head when an accident happens to him. And there's also challenges which you can do. Basically, I just got this for Christmas of 2011, and very recently I got it, an Easy Platinum Trophy on it, so yeah, disappointing, but hey, another Easy Platinum Trophy for me. And also, yeah, as you can see, it says the PS3 version has PlayStation Move features. The Xbox 360 version has Kinect as well, which I haven't tried because I don't have PlayStation Move, but yeah. So, next game we have here, The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, as you all know, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 comes out in the UK on April 18th, next month. So, I would say I plan on doing a Let's Play of this game, but I don't want it until I've done the original Raimi games, like Spider-Man 1 and 2 for the GameCube, and then, yeah, actually, all the other games, like Spider-Man 1 and 2 for the GameCube, then Spider-Man 3, Web of Shadows, Shattered Dimensions, and Edge of Time for the PS3, then I'll do this one. It's going to be an next voting thing, so here, never really have another marathon break, but anyway, yeah, that's The Amazing Spider-Man. Pretty good game, actually. It was developed by Beanox, who also developed Shattered Dimensions and Edge of Time. They're developing The Amazing Spider-Man 2 as well, which I'm really looking forward to. Once again, PlayStation Move, haven't tried it out, but overall, this is a really good game. It takes place after the movie, and it actually turned out to be better than the movie, which the film, in my opinion, was just mediocre at best. But I'm hoping that The Amazing Spider-Man 2 will be better. So, yeah. Next up, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Now, this is probably I'd say it's my favourite Call of Duty game because, well, originally, you see, I just wanted a Call of Duty game on PS3, just one, because they're all the same. I decided to get this one. Then I played the campaign, I really liked it, so I thought, you know what? I might as well get the whole Modern Warfare trilogy, because the campaign really hooked me with this game, which is, doesn't really happen for most Call of Duty games, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's Modern Warfare 2. Sorry, Modern Warfare 2. Basically, not much to say about it. It's the same Same thing as anything from Modern Warfare 1 and beyond, Call of Duty 4. Then we have the sequel, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, which I'm currently going for the Platinum Trophy on. Easy, well, not easy. It's definitely easier than Modern Warfare 1 and 2, which were brutally hard, and so far I'm going through this game on Veteran. I'm making fair amount of progress, even though, you know, there are parts that are just, that are pretty cheap. Basically, it's the worst of the Modern Warfare trilogy, I'd say. I'd say it's the worst of the Modern Warfare trilogy, because I haven't played the campaign of any other Call of Duty games all the way through. Call of Duty game all the way through, so yeah. It's an okay conclusion, campaign-wise, I guess. And now we have the one that started it all, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. If you have this, you don't need any other Call of Duty game. This was the original that started it all, in terms of like the great online play, and because like every game from World at War onwards, with the exception of adding zombies, was the same as Call of Duty 4. If you're gonna get any Call of Duty game, I'd say get this one, because it's a very fun game, very fun. It's campaign's fantastic, unlike most Call of Duty games today, and the online multiplayer is pretty good as well. I'm able to play it now because it's rated 16. Although I can't play Modern Warfare 2 or 3 online because they're rated 18. Oh well. Right then, next game. Doctor Who: The Eternity Clock. At the minute, I am currently doing a Let's Play of this game with special guest MaxiFace4. So if you want to, you know, hear my full thoughts on it, go and see my Let's Play of it if you don't mind me, you know, rambling on with my friend about random stuff as well at the same time for like half an hour every episode. Full thoughts on this game. It's a pretty good 2D side-scroller. It's good for fans only. The voice acting for the villains are terrible. The only decent ones are the Silence, and even they could have done it with a bit of work if their voices would have been lower pitched. It would have been better. So, yeah. It's one I'd recommend though, if you're a Doctor Who fan and you have a PS3, I'd recommend trying it out at least. It's also, it was originally released as a downloadable game, but I have the on-disc version, woohoo! Also, this game was only released in Europe, so sorry if you're an American. I would recommend it if you can find a copy for cheap on eBay or something like that, but as far as I know, it's a UK only game. Sorry, that was my phone. Next up, we are getting into the Harry Potter games. Next up, we have my first Let's Play, which I shall be redoing at some point in the future. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. A lot of people bash this game to death and say it's the worst Harry Potter game of them all. I disagree. It's not a bad game. I don't like it as much as I did when it first came out, where I thought it was like the best game ever. But it's not a bad game. It's playable, I'd say. It's very playable. Spells, they all affect, some affect enemies more than others and, you know, kill them off quicker. And I kind of like this game. It's not as bad as Goblet of Fire. Nowhere near on that level. It's okay. Not awful. Not brilliant. A good game. An okay game. Okay, good, whatever. Voice acting for Voldemort though. What were they thinking? So it's the same as any of the others. Then we have a sequel which is... Sorry, that was my phone again. Then we have the sequel, which is a conclusion to the series, and also an improvement on the previous game, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Basically, it's Part 1, only it was much more improved, although it had a ridiculously short story. I mean, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, come on. Has challenges, expert mode. Pathetic. Yeah, should have done a better job with this game. Last game in the series, not bad, but I mean it's good gameplay wise, but it's just the replay value is really lacking. So, yeah. I'd recommend renting this and Part 1 though, if you're a hardcore Harry Potter fan, to try it out. So, yeah. Next we have Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, my first PlayStation 3 Platinum trophy. This is probably, in my opinion, one of the better Harry Potter games. It's, yeah, you know what? It's my favourite PlayStation 3 Harry Potter game. It's great. It has a lot of improvements over Order of the Phoenix, and also a lot more replayability. You have like potion making, broom flying, Quidditch and all that. It's a great game. The dueling has been improved massively, and yeah, the spells are much simpler to use in this game. Definitely recommend this, definitely. And also, story follows the movie pretty darn well. And finally, the last Harry Potter game, which is the first to make it to the PlayStation 3, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This game is very nostalgic to me because I had it when it first came out back in 2007 when I was 10 years old. I had it on the PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 died, traded the game in, bought it again on the PlayStation 3. Essentially the same thing but with HD graphics, and overall it is a good game. One of the better Harry Potter games. It's better than the Deathly Hallows games, although it's the inferior version of Half-Blood Prince, but it's not a bad game. Doesn't have trophies though, so if you're a trophy hunter, you might not want to bother with this game. Unless you have an Xbox 360, that's achievements in there. Right, so that's the Harry Potter games done. Next up we have James Cameron's Avatar the game. I haven't played much of this, but I aim to, you know, get a platinum trophy on it in the future because the trophies are really easy. But so far, I haven't played much of this game, so I can't really say much about it. From what I've played, it's not a bad game. Not a bad game at all. Interesting to say the least. I like the moral choices you have, you know, to go human or Navi. So far, I've just made one choice to go Navi. That's how far I am. Yeah, pathetic. So, I'd recommend this if you're a fan of the movie. I didn't like the movie, to be honest. I hated Avatar the film. But, yeah, I thought it was massively overrated. But the game, I actually like. Kind of like The Amazing Spider-Man. So, now we have a, let's just say, we're going to have a bunch of games from the same series. Starting out with Lego Batman. Lego Batman, the video game. I already talked about this in my PSP collection. Good game. Very, very good game. Good start for Batman in the Lego universe. Also the first time the Lego games actually had their own stories rather than following from the movies, which I kind of thought with this game they would have done like, you know, the Tim Burton and Joe Schumacher films, like from Batman to Batman and Robin. But no, they came up with their own plot, which I thought was really cool. It was stupid, but it was fun to play. Also, you could play as the villains, which was awesome. It had a villain storyline. Then you have the sequel, Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes. Now, before Lego Marvel Superheroes came out, I'd say this was definitely the best Lego superhero game because basically you get to play as all the DC superheroes, which is awesome. Very, very awesome. You got Superman, you got Green Lantern, you've got Wonder Woman. Let's see, what else have you got? Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Superman, the Justice League, all those. So yeah, excellent, excellent game. Definitely pick it up if you're, you know, a Batman fan, or if you like DC and you like Lego. I'd recommend trying this out. Definite recommendation. Also, tons of replay value. Tons of replay value. Took me ages to get the platinum trophy in this game. Well, not ages, but longer than most of the other Lego games. Next up, we have Lego Harry Potter Years 1 to 4. Haha, we're not quite done with the Harry Potter games yet. Basically, it's essentially Lego with Harry Potter, following the first 4 films, Philosopher's Stone to Goblet of Fire. Good game, very good game. Not much to say about it, it's essentially just Lego with Harry Potter to do first 4 films, very, very good. Then we have a sequel, like Harry Potter Years 5 to 7, which is essentially the same thing as like Harry Potter Years 1 to 4, only add improvements, and also it follows the last 4 films, which is Years 5 to 7, Order of the Phoenix, The Deathly Hallows Part 2. So yeah. Although instead of calling Deathly Hallows Part 1, Year 7 Part 1, and Deathly Hallows Part 2, Year 7 Part 2, for some reason, in this game they call, in the trophy information at least, they call Deathly Hallows Part 1 Year 7, and Deathly Hallows Part 2 Year 8. They're based off the same year! 2 separate films, just the same freaking year! Anyway, very, very good game. It's essentially just Lego. Same thing as the last game, only complete story. Whoop-de-doo. Right. So that's the first that we got. We're a third of the way through this, and how long are we on? Oh, 15 minutes already. Yeah. 45 games, it's lots to get through. So that's 15 games out of the way, 15 of 45. So we're a third of the way through all the PlayStation 3 games, and now we're moving on to Lego, because that's the first stack done. Got the second stack to do. 3 stacks, 15 games each. So next on the list is Lego Indiana Jones: The Original Adventures. I've talked about this in my PSP collection again. It's essentially it was one of the first Lego games I played. It's very, very good. I really like it. Yeah. Lego with Indiana Jones. Follows the first 3 movies. Awesome. Only this one, really lacking in replay value compared to most of the other Lego games. It's dead short. Dead short. You could I 100%ed the game in like 2 days. Seriously. Anyway, now we have the sequel. Lego Indiana Jones 2, The Adventure Continues. Essentially, it's based around Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, with very brief recaps of the first 3 films. And also, it was the first Lego game to experiment with hub worlds. Although, first time round, they didn't really get it right in this game. The first time they ever got it right was in the next Lego game, which came after this. The next, like, a couple Lego games later, after Lego Rock Band, there was Lego Harry Potter Years 1 to 4, which is where they started getting it right. So, yeah. Don't worry, we're nearly done with the Lego games, guys. Well, I say we're nearly done. Still got a few more to go. Lego The Lord of the Rings. Essentially, Lord of the Rings Lego with Lord of the Rings characters. What do you do? Based off the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Good game, good game. I like this one. It's like an RPG as well, where you get to do side quests and all that. I like this one actually. It's a Lego RPG. It's a Lego RPG, which I like. I like it. Then we have Lego Marvel Superheroes. Basically, it's Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes. Although its own story, also it's the Marvel characters. Awesome. Better than Lego Batman 2, but I'm only saying that because I prefer Marvel to DC. And a lot of people are going to boo me for that, but it's true. I think Marvel is better than DC. Because I prefer fun to, dark and gritty storylines like the Dark Knight trilogy, Man of Steel. Yeah, I actually prefer films like Spider-Man's 1 to 3. What else? Yeah. The Avengers. I thought the Avengers was... I'm one of those people who thought the Avengers was better than the Dark Knight Rises. Suck on that. Okay. Sorry, that's my friend texting me. So, yeah. Right. Sorry if my phone goes off, but yeah. Okay, next up we have the Lego Movie video game. This is essentially just another Lego game based off the movie, and also the DC superheroes are back in this one. Woo! Well, some of them. We have Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, and Wonder Woman. That's it. So, yeah. Good. Very short game though. Probably because it's a movie license game, but it's ridiculously short. It's shorter. I'd say it's shorter than Lego Indiana Jones 2: The Adventure Continues. But this one took me longer to 100% / platinum than that one did, so I don't know. Only 70 gold bricks though, that's pathetic. That is pathetic. Next up we have Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, the video game. It's essentially Lego with Pirates of the Caribbean, based off all 4 films. From Curse of the Black Pearl to On Stranger Tides. And next year we have the 5th one coming out. Ooh, let's talk about that. Also, this game came out a week before On Stranger Tides, the movie, did, so yeah. Lego Star Wars Complete Saga. Basically, it's Lego Star Wars 1 and 2, the video game, the original trilogy, in one. So yeah, because you can't get those 2 games on the HD consoles, so you have to get this. Also, I have an American Greatest Hits copy with the ESRB rating. This is awesome. I have an American copy of a video game. Woo! And I live in the UK. Yay. Very interesting, very interesting. My most valuable game purely because it's American. It has Greatest Hits status. And now we finally have the final Lego game. I promise, this is actually the final Lego game. Lego Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars. Basically, it's the same as Lego Star Wars. Well, it has massive, you know, it has a lot of improvements, a lot of enhancements. It's more like Lego Harry Potter. And it's based off the Clone Wars TV series and movies. So, what to do? So that's Lego games done. Now we're moving on to other games. And we're starting up with a really, really beat up copy of Little Big Planet. The reason this copy is beat up is because whenever I first played this game, I couldn't believe it. I thought, what the hell was Sony on? I hated this game when I first played it. I thought it was massively overrated and just plain childish. I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. But I replayed it recently and I like it for what it is. It's a pretty good game. In fact, it's a really good game. Yeah, my opinion has changed massively since I first played it. I don't know why. It's just I didn't really like this game when I first played it, but it's not bad. It's not bad now. I quite like this game actually. So yes. Right, now we have moving on to the Resident Evil games. We have Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Pretty underrated game if I'm being honest. I mean, I actually like this one. Not my favourite Resident Evil game. It is pretty hard. I'll give it that, it's pretty damn hard. But it's not bad. I think it's pretty good. I do get some enjoyment out of this one. So yes. All in all, yeah, not much else to say really. It's set between Resident Evil 2 and 3 and has a really pretty good plot, you know. You get to see Leon and Claire make an appearance near the end, towards the end. And basically it's just cleaning up after the events of Resident Evil 2. So yeah, you play as Umbrella in this game, you play as the bad guys, which is really interesting, and I think that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Right. Resident Evil 5. The first Resident Evil game I ever played. This is a good game. It's what got me into the series, and overall I think it's a great game to play. It's not for everyone, because it's not survival horror, it's more action based, but I like Resident Evil 5. Yeah. The only PS3 game, Resident Evil game I need on PS3 is Resident Evil Revelations, which I'll probably be getting soon, so yeah. But overall, Resident Evil 5, not a bad game. I actually quite like it. Got me into the series, so yep. Hey, calm down, okay? Calm down. I know for a fact that this game is hated by a lot of Resident Evil fans, but I actually like Resident Evil 6. I like Resident Evil 6. Yeah, it's not even Resident Evil anymore, but that's what Resident Evil 5 was. This is where Resident Evil became purely action, third-person shooter based. Only if you play Leon's story, you still have a bit of survival horror. And it's not a bad game. I like how it had multiple stories, you know, 4. One for Leon, one for Chris, one for Jake, and one for Ada. I'm currently in the process of playing through this game and trying to play it because I haven't touched it since like when I first got it. I beat Leon's story, started on Chris's, and for some reason just stopped playing. But I'm currently doing Jake's story on this game, and it's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. It's very underrated. Doesn't deserve the hate it does. It's worth your time, although it's not going to be for everyone, you know. For those old school Resident Evil fans who prefer survival horror to action, obviously you're not going to like this if you didn't like Resident Evil 5. So, yeah. I'd recommend trying it out at least, though. It is, if you're a die-hard Resident Evil fan, or if you like third-person shooters, you might want to try this one. I actually find it quite an interesting game. So, yeah. Okay, now, next up we have Sega Mega Drive Ultimate Collection, or for you guys in America, Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. It's a collection of classic Mega Drive games, you know, so just like it's got all the Sonic the Hedgehog games. It's got Mario Star, Phantasy Star 2, 3 and 4, Alex Kidd, The Enchanted Castle, Streets of Rage, the Streets of Rage trilogy, Echo the Dolphin 1 and 2, it's got Shining Force 1 and 2, the Golden Axe trilogy, Shinobi 3, Columns, Altered Beast, Kid Chameleon, Vector Man 1 and 2. It's got a lot of, you know, great Mega Drive titles on here, on Genesis, wherever you live. Shinobi 3 also, and although Revenge of Shinobi, sorry, I already said Shinobi 3, didn't I? Revenge of Shinobi isn't on here though, so darn it. Also, Michael Jackson Moonwalker isn't on here either. I'm just kidding. But yeah, great compilation of games. If you don't have a Mega Drive, pick it up. It's got some of the best. Next up, we have The Simpsons game. The Simpsons game, I really like this one. It's a classic from my childhood. I really like it. I was just saying, well, I say childhood. I meant when I was like 10 years old. So, yeah. Not exactly childhood. It's childhood going into teenhood, so, yeah. The Simpsons game. Very good game. Very good game. Although it's different depending on what system you're playing it on. The Xbox 360 and PS3 versions have different level designs to the PSP, Wii and PS2 versions, so yeah. But in my opinion, this is the superior version of the game. Although the SD version does offer more challenge, so yeah. Definitely try it out if you're a Simpsons fan. Sims 3, basically classic Sims, only like I don't really play it anymore because right, Sims 3, great game, you know, just classic Sims, really. It's a really good game, I really enjoy playing it. Although I don't play it anymore, and we're on to the last stack of games now. See how long we're on. 28 minutes, holy crap. But yeah, I don't play Sims 3 anymore because I have the Sims 3 Pets, the limited edition, which includes exclusive breeds. Basically, it's a Sims 3 only with cats and dogs. Woo! It's an expansion for The Sims. It's a completely separate game, but it's also, I don't know. But Sims 3 Pets, pretty good game. I really like it. So yeah. Next up, we are getting into, I think, the one you've all been waiting for, the Sonic games. First of all, we have the limited edition of Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. Basically, it's Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, but with better controls and also the ability to transform into, you know, different vehicles such as airplanes and what vehicles. It's a rip-off of Mario Kart 7, but not a bad game. I get some enjoyment out of this one. It's hard too, so yeah. Harder than its predecessor, which is our next game, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Basically, it's Mario Kart with Sonic characters. Not much to say. Not a bad game, but it's just Mario Kart with Sonic characters. Okay, now we have my favourite Sonic game of all time, Sonic Generations for the PlayStation 3. This is the anniversary game that everyone loved. Everybody loved it. Great way to celebrate Sonic's 20th birthday. Classic Sonic's back, along with modern Sonic, and it's just a great nostalgia trip for those who, you know, grew up with the Sonic series. Wasn't very nostalgic for me, except for maybe Sonic Unleashed, but yeah. I really like this game. I really, really like this game. It's also great to see Planet Wisp in HD as well. And also, one thing for Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, one thing I will give it credit for is that it was great to see Starlight Carnival in HD in that game. So yeah, not much else to say really. Sonic Generations, just buy it if you haven't already. If you're a Sonic fan, buy it! Even if you don't like the newer games, classic Sonic's in this game, buy it! Well, okay, the disc placed there. But yeah, great game. Sonic Generations. 2 Sonics, 2 ways to play. Fantastic game. Fantastic game. Okay, now we're getting to the one that everybody's been looking forward to. The one that everybody bashed the living crap out of. Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. I don't mind this game. It's not the worst thing in the world. Definitely worse games than this. Sonic Drift. Sonic Labyrinth. Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis. There are definitely worse Sonic games than this one, people. As well as worst games in general. Let's think. Oh, Action 52. Back to the Future for the NES. Back to the Future 2 and 3 for the NES. What other games are worse than this? Big Rigs Over the Road Racing. This is an average game, people. It's not that bad. It has its problems. The story is terrible. Amy, Knuckles and Rouge are terrible to play as. But it's not a bad game. It has good elements to it. Sonic. I like playing as Sonic. Silver had potential, but it was too slow. I don't mind playing as Shadow. And Omega's fun. You can break the game with him. It's really fun. Not the worst thing in the world. Definitely not a bad game. Not a bad game. I said it. I like Sonic 06. Right. Now we have the first console Sonic game I ever owned. Sonic Unleashed. I'm going to do a Let's Play on this shortly. Well, not shortly, probably in a few months. Because I'm doing the Wii version of this game at the minute as a side Let's Play along with Doctor Who The Eternity Clock. Pretty good game. Although it's kind of average because the werehog kind of ruins it. Adds a new style of gameplay, I'll give him that. But werehog can take it or leave it. Next up we have Soul Calibur 4. Yes, I had a PlayStation 3 version, the good version, where you get to play as Darth Vader. Woo! Although I'm not sure if you get to play as Yoda in this version. I know it's exclusive to the Xbox 360 version. Yay! But yeah, Soul Calibur 4. Great game. Great game. Great. Although I haven't really played much of it, I need to play more of this one. trophy support, unfortunately. Next up we have Spider-Man Edge of Time. Spider-Man Edge of Time. It's a pretty bland and shallow game, if I'm being honest. It's not a bad game. It's definitely playable, but it's not the best Spider-Man game in the world. I mean, it gets repetitive at points. It's just, it's a very repetitious game, but it's playable. It's playable. It's easy. Can't really say much else. If you're a Spider-Man fan, I recommend trying it. But it's the weakest Spider-Man game on the PlayStation 3, I'll say that much. Now you're moving on to, in my opinion, the strongest Spider-Man game on the PlayStation 3, which is Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Yes, I don't have Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. I'll be getting that shortly. But for now, we are sticking with Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Great game. Great. It has 4 endings. Black suit, red suit, like slightly hero, slightly dark, slightly good, slightly evil, pure evil, pure hit good, pure good, pure evil. Wolverine's in this game. Venom's in this game. It has everything a Spider-Man wants. Black Widow's in this game. Shield is in this game. It's awesome. It's an awesome, awesome game. Very good, very in-depth story. I definitely recommend this specific Spider-Man game. It's fantastic. Definitely doing this game. Definitely doing the Let's Play on this game an Edge of Time at some point. So, yes. Spider-Man Web of Shadows. Definitely recommend this one. And now we have the final, or the first, Spider-Man game on the PlayStation 3, which is Spider-Man 3. This is pretty underrated, actually. I know a lot of people don't like this game. I don't mind it. I think it's pretty good. Very underrated game, actually. So, yeah. Hard, though. Hard. Quick time events, really fast. You need to memorise them. It's kind of like Resident Evil 6. Basically, if you don't have precise timing, you're dead. But other than that, it's a good game. I like this game. I like this game. Now we have Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. Epic game. Very epic game. I love it. It's fantastic. Great to play. It takes place between episodes 3, Revenge of the Sith, and 4, New Hope. It's about the untold story of Darth Vader's secret apprentice, Starkiller, and it's a very gripping game. It has a very gripping story, a very good game, very in-depth. I love it. Then we have the sequel, which improved in almost every manner, Star Wars: The Force Unleashed 2. This game actually, wow. It improved the gameplay, it improved the graphics, it made everything look and play a lot more better than how it did in Force Unleashed 1. Only thing it did wrong, the story was way too short, unlike Force Unleashed 1. So, yeah. Force Unleashed 2, good game, good game. Story could have been a lot longer though, because it was way too short. Okay. Next up, I have a complete box. Why I say complete box. It's in a sleeve. Toy Story 3, which, you know, obviously have it in the sleeve. There's the actual case. So, yeah. Toy Story 3. Very good game. Very good game. I actually really like this one. So, yeah, not really much to say about it. It's got a ton of replay value. Only a short story, but there's tons of stuff to do in Woody's Roundup, and it's got a lot of replay value to it. A lot of replay value. And also, on the PlayStation 3 version, you get to play as Zurg. It's exclusive, yes! Yes! I love this game. This game did that. It's so fantastic. You can play as Zurg in Toy Story 3. This is awesome! I like this game. I really like this game. One of the best movie licensed games ever made. Right there with Toy Story 2. I haven't played Toy Story 1 because I don't have a Mega Drive. Okay. We're getting to the end now, guys. We only have 2 games left. Next up, we have a pretty bad one. Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Honestly, I just got this because, you know, I had money and I could buy it. Ha 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 ha. Game sucks. It sucks. Why does it suck, you may ask? Well, there's no checkpoints in any of the levels. So if you want to get the platinum grade on any levels, you have to be in one clean shot. So you can't restart from anywhere. Never getting the platinum trophy in this game probably. This game is awful. I hate this game. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, worst PlayStation 3 game I owned. Sucks. Sucks. Has good elements to it. Sucks. Okay, finally. The last PlayStation 3 game I own. Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Yeah, I don't have Uncharted 2 or 3 yet. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's a good game. Very good start to the Uncharted series. It's basically just a third-person shooter with also elements of climbing and puzzles added to it, which I think is really, really good. And basically, I really like this game. Excuse me. I really like this game. Very, very fun to play, and also I managed to get a platinum trophy on it. Yay! Still need to get the next two games though. Uncharted 2 Among Thieves and Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception. Need to get those games. I have gold in the base on the Vita, as I showed my PSP/Vita collection, but yeah. So that's Uncharted Drake's Fortune. Good game, I'd recommend it. So that's my very, very long. How long are we clocking in at? Whoa, 41 minutes. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed my very long video on my PlayStation 3 collection of games. I know I'm missing some, like, let's see, Uncharted 2 and 3, obviously, the Batman Arkham games, the Assassin's Creed games, which I'll be getting sometime, Infamous. I have Infamous 1 on the PlayStation Network. You know, that time when PSN went down, they let you get free games. I have Infamous 1, great game, on there, and I got a platinum trophy on it. Yay! So I plan to get Infamous 2 in the future. I do plan to get Infamous 2, and second son whenever I get PlayStation PS4. So yeah, but don't worry, the day will come where I get all those games I'm missing. So yeah, that's gonna be that for now. This is Mrcrazygamer13's saying word out, and that does it for my video game collection. I really hope you enjoy this series of videos. So yeah, from now on I'll just be doing pickup videos whenever I get a new game. So yeah, see you next time.